Hello friend, welcome back. In a previous video, I have discussed about that things with you, how can create one of the multiple images, that means one of the page for the multiple images. And here also I added one of the button, that means input file type as a for uploaded that image. You can see that is a brand image. So here I also want to change it, so that is in our image here, that will be as a actually multi image. Okay, that will be as a multi image. So into the multi image also, if you want to add that multiple file, like here, if you choose right now, I choose one of the images, and if you press with the control, you can see you cannot actually add that multiple image, right? That means you cannot select that multiple image. So if you want to select that multiple image, they have one of the simple command we have to use. That means here after this, that means that is our input field, the input type as a file, and I name it as the image, right? So now here I want to add one of the another option for the multiple. So if you use this multiple, now you can actually able to access that multiple file. That means you can now select as a multiple file. Like I show you, if you now click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, and now it's showing one of the error as a category multiple not found. Okay, that means before I have already added our model name. So that is our model. What exactly the things I did wrong? Maybe there have some of the spelling mistake. So that is our model name, right? So here make that sure spelling is correct. There is a model as a multi picture. That means a multi picture, and also I load it. You can see there is a spelling mistake, that is a multi picture, right? So now that will be as a model name as a multi picture. So that will be a model name. Click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, yeah, it's perfect. So now if you choose the images, so right now if you click as a control, yes, you can see friend, now you can actually select as a multiple images. So with this code, now we are able to do that work. So make that sure you add this multiple, that is a multiple option. So after that, right now we have to create one of the route, right? So here that is our form, and that is our form field name as the images. So that is one of the submit button. So here that is actually our submit button as a add image. So that is a submit. So when you click as a add image, it should be redirect to our one of the route. I think the procedure will be just like that same before. Here I put on the route. So I put that route, and now I want to name this route. I name it as a store image. Okay, store.image. So that will be as a store image, and also that method will be as a post method, and our NC type as a multi-part form data. Okay, so now I want to create our this route. Now go to our web route. So that is a multi route. So better I copy it. Okay, sorry, from here that is our web route. So from here I want to copy it. That will be one of the post method, right? So that is a route will be as a post, and now I want to also create it in our brand controller. So our route name as a store image. So now I copy it, and now in our route name here I name it as, it will be as a store image, and now that will be also as a multi. Okay, multi, whatever you all multi add. So this type of one of the name I want to add, and to the brand controller I want to create one of the method as a store image. So I name it as a image. Okay, img. So this the method we have to do now. We have to create it in our brand controller. So right now go to our brand controller, into the brand controller here. So here after this, okay, after this I want to create another one as a public, and then function, and I create one of the new as a one of the new method as a store images. So when you work with the post method, I have already discussed about that things with you. We have to use that request, right? So now I want to use that request, and then $request. So that will be our $request. So friend, this position will be just like to insert that image. So before I have already insert this for our brand image, right? So that will be just like that same. And with the brand here, I have also used that image intervention. Here you can see that is actually our store brand. For here I have already used that image intervention. So if you want to use that same package, you can also do that work. So it will be just like that same. Okay, so there is some of the validation. If you want to add some of the validation, you can add that validation. That will be also needed. Better right now I copy everything. Okay, I copy everything from here. Okay, I have copied everything. Okay, so I copy it, and now it will be just like same. I just little bit customization I have to do. So in our story image package, the method here I want to paste it. That means here I paste it. Okay, friend. So right now we don't need this. So here I have already comment out. I have already discussed about that things with you. So here I remove it, and then that will be our procedure. So I copy everything from our brand. So now I want to update it. Like first of all, that is how I take one of the variable and name it as the image. Okay, image file. That means a requested file. From here I pass one of the images, right? So that is our field name. I have already declared that is the image. Right, so that is our image portion. So now I name that our field name as the image. So then that will be the just like same. I have already discussed about that things with you, friend. It will be created one of the unique ID, and then dot, and then the get extension, and the image will be resized. So if you want to change that image resize, I make it as a 30 by 300 by 300 and save it into the image folder. I want to create another folder. Okay, I name it as it will be as a multi. Okay, multi. So this type of one of the folder I want to create in our image folder. Now go to our file, into the public, the images. So here I want to create another new folder, and I name it as a multi. That means our multiple image, all that multiple images will be saved in particular this folder, right? So now I want to do that work, and also here we have to also update it. That will be as a multi images. Perfect. And after that, here also we have to insert this data. So you have to insert this with our, right now we are using our model name as a multi-picture. So with this multi-picture, I want to insert this data. So here only one field will be needed. We don't need this brand name. So that will be our field name. That means our database field name. Our database, if you go to our multi-pics, here you can see our field name as an image, right? So now I copy it, and now it will be our images. And this image will be our last image. That means where our image will be uploaded with creating one of the unique generate code. Perfect. So here that is actually our main procedure, right? So but if you want to work with the multiple images, then also we have to do a little bit work for it. So this will be just like very simple. Here only we have to create one of the for each loop. That means whatever the multiple images you will be selected, automatically it should be loop. Okay, so it should be load one time, second time, third time. So for the reasons, if you want to do that work, you have to add one of the for loop. So better here. Okay, here I want to add one of the for each. So that will be one of the for each. So I added one of the for each. Okay, so now in particular for each area, I get all that our data, that means image field data, and take the things with these variables, right? So now I want to make it, and I want to add as a whatever you name. I name it as a multi. Okay, multi underscore image. So this type of one of the name I want to add. Okay, so it depends on you. So right now I want to choose this one. So right now that is our for loop. So here we have to end it. We have to end it our total for loop after this. Okay, I just simply after this I end it. So better I put some of the note. So end of the for each. Okay, friends. So that will be our end of the for each. So that is our total loop. Perfect. So perfectly we done it work, and then that is I name it as an image as a multi image. That means our this image as a multi image, right? So now I have to update it. That means here it not be as a brand image, it should be as a multi image, and also it should be as a multi image, right? And then it should be resize it as a 30 by 300 by 300. It should be saved in our images and the multi. Perfect. And then last one, and here we have to pass it, that is our database field name and the images. So here it should be saved. And here also one things you have to do. Here I have added one of the for each after that multiple image, right? So if you want to add it, then that means into your image field, that means that is our image field, right? So after that image field, here you have to declare one of the array. So I just put one of the array with this. So that will be our all that multiple images array will be saved on here. So that is our for loop, and everything should be work. Okay, so that's all you have to do. How much easy it is, you can see. So now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, I click as a save all. So that is our method. Now click as a refresh. everything is looking great. Now I select some of the multiple image, that is a white select 4 images. Okay, I select 4 images right now, click as a open. You can see it's now showing as a 4 files. So after that, if you click as a add image, yes, you can see it's not showing any error. That means it should be work. Like if you go to our database, now click as a browse. Yes, you can see it's now successfully inserted multiple images at a time, and also it's saved in our images and the multiple folder, and is created one of the unique ID and then dot, and after that there is a clear extension. So friend, I hope you already know that concept. I discuss everything with you a lot of the time, so it should be very much clear to you. Okay, so now our loop is always running, and also you can see it's now uploaded 4 images at a time. So now let's check this out. If you go to our folder, that means our multi folder, yes, you can see every that I uploaded 4 images. Our 4 images is now successfully inserted, and also our dimension is become changed. Now it's actually 300 by 300 because of all here I have already resized it with using that image intervention as a 300 by 300. So for the reasons, you can see it's now actually uploaded everything as a 300 by 300, right? I hope you enjoyed very much. So right now I have already declared this part. That means in our database images, I already get all the data in our this method. That means a multiple here. I get all that with our model. I get all the data, take the things with this variable, and also I pass it in our index page. So now if you want to visible it in our index page, that means here they have also one of the a call 8. So here if you want to visible it, you can visible it. So for doing this, I want to do better. Right now we don't need this. I want to remove it. Okay, so here I remove it. So that is our another part. So that is our another part. That is our call 4, and that is our call 8. So call 8 means actually our this portion. So here I want to visible all the multiple images. So I want to use some of the bootstrap code. So I take one of the div. I take one of the div. I take one of the div, and I want to do and to finish it. So I finish it, and here I take one of the class. I take one of the class and I name it. I name it as a card. Okay, card group. So that is also one of the bootstrap class. And here I want to add our for each. Okay, that means I will have to visible it, right? So if you want to visible it, you have to use that for each. So I use that for each, and now from our display. So friend, I hope you already know about that part, because here I pass it with the images. That means that is actually our variable, all the data. So here I have already all that multiple images data, right? And I also pass it into the index page with the compact. So now I want to use it. So I copy it, and now in our index here into the for loop, I name it as multi. Okay, I name it as a multi. So also we have to finish it. We have to finish this for loop. So after this, and for each. So that will be as a and for each. So here I want to visible it. I want to better add some of the card system, then it will be better. I take one of the div, and here I want to do and to put some of the class for this div. Okay, I put some of the class. So its design actually depends on you. Okay, so I name it as a call, and call md4. I take as a 4 will be visible with the main make it of the empty5. Okay, so that will be as a call md4 empty5 under the bootstrap class. And here I take one of the div, and I want to take one of the card actually, then it will be locative. So I added one of the class. So class will be as a card. Okay, that will be as a card. So that will be as a card. So into the class card area, I am using all that bootstrap code. I want to use that image tag here. Into the image tag, if you want to visible. So right now I get all the data with the multi. So now with this, first of all, you have to add that asset, right? So with this asset here we have to add that. First of all, it will be as a multi. That means with this multi, I have to access our field name. So our database field name as a this one, that is actually the image, right? So now I want to use that as a with this multi. I want to use that image. And this multi will be also with the dollar. Okay, That means that is actually our multi, and with this multi I want to access our database field as the image. Now our image should be visible. So let's check this out first. I just click as a save all, and now if you go and refresh it, yeah, you can see every images is now perfectly visible. So that is the things I want to do. So here it's now successfully display our images, and also if you want to put some of the white height for this image, you can add this white height. Okay friend, so now that's all I want to do. And now if you click as a save all again, so everything is visible, click as a refresh. So now I want to add some of the multiple pictures. If you want to add it, like here, right now I want to choose this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, yeah, I choose again another 4 file, click as open. You can see that it's 4 files, so you can upload actually multiple files. That means you can upload 9 files at a time. Click as add image. Yes, you can see it's now perfectly inserted all the data. So here friend, I didn't show any messages. So if you want to visible that message, I hope you already know about it, how can do that work. Okay, so here you can actually visible it. So right now everything is great. So multiple images is now uploaded at a time. So how can do that work? I hope the concept is very much clear to you friend. So how much easily you can do that work? You can say that is the main concept will be just like that same. Here only you have to do, you have to run on the for loop. So that's all. So that's all we have to do for uploaded that multiple images, and now we are able to add that multiple images and how can visible it. I hope it's very much clear to you. So in our next video, I want to discuss about our profile, how can update it, that profile, how can manage that change password profile, everything step by step. I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.